family. They are my why up here. My husband Todd, my daughter Jane, she has ornery, she has great shoes. She has way better shoes than I do. They are my why. My husband, when I had her, he wanted me to stay home and get to be mom to her. And that was such an honor and privilege, but it was my turn to help him provide for us. And LuLaRoe has given me the opportunity to do that, and I am forever grateful. That little girl right there.
Aww. You're doing awesome!
I'm gonna do that. Okay, that little girl up there, I want her to know that if she wants to work for herself one day, she can. Just like I have. She knows that mom works really, really hard, and she sacrifices a lot, but they are my biggest cheerleaders, and they're my why. I did not mean to cry, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, Brittany.
Gosh, now I'm crying too. Jeez. So my name is Brittany Gann. I'm from Bakersfield, California. My sponsor is amazing Tori Macy's. Yeah, she's amazing. So I've been with LuLaRoe since August of 2014. And I started LuLaRoe because I had severe postpartum depression. I had babies back to back. And in fact, I signed up LuLaRoe while I was in the hospital. I actually texted Tori and wanted to start. And she's like, girl, do not call me back until that baby is 5 weeks old. And so, or 6 weeks old. I got my inventory when my baby was 5 weeks old. And so I was very ready to get started. Little did I know that my amazing husband, he's a veteran. His first job, he had about 10 months coming out of the military, and he was laid off. We're from an oil town, and oil took a hit, and our life was pretty much just thrown upside down. We were used to a regular paycheck, and I had never really worked for a living, and we didn't know that LuLaRoe could work for us, but we were determined. And so, I'm gonna cry. Since February of 2015, I solely provided for my family. And he obviously helped a lot, and now he has a job of his own as of last month, and so I'm very proud of him. But my why evolved from a hobby to get me through my postpartum, to providing for my family, to now, like Sally said, I want my daughter to know that you can be anything you want to be. You can be a stay-at-home mom, and if that's fulfilling for you, that's fantastic. But if you want something else, and you want your identity to be something else while being a mom, you can do that. And that's what I want to show her through my actions. And my kids know mom's gone a lot, and I sacrifice a lot. But I believe it's all worth it, because I'm building a legacy for my children. So that's a little bit about me. Going into the next segment, we're going to talk about the importance of making the human connection. Why in-person is so much more important than Facebook or Periscope. And so I wanted to read you a little excerpt from Simon Sinek's book, Leaders Eat Last. If you were at convention, you know he came, and I'm a total fangirl. Oh my gosh, I love Simon Sinek. So, yeah, that's right. So, in one of his books, Leaders Eat Last, he says, "It seems to stir controversy when I talk about the fact that no matter how great social media is, it is not as effective for building strong bonds of trust as real human contact. Social media fans will tell me about all the close friends they've made online. But if social media is the end-all, be-all, then why do over 30,000 bloggers and podcasters descend on Las Vegas every year for a huge conference called Blog World? Why don't they meet online? Because nothing can replace face-to-face meetings for social animals like us. A live concert is better than the DVD, and going to a ball game feels different than watching on TV, even when the view is better on television. We like to actually be around people who are like us. It makes us feel like we belong. It is also the reason a video conference can never replace a business trip. Trust is not formed through a screen, it is formed across a table. It takes a handshake to bind humans, and no technology yet can replace that. There is no such thing as virtual trust. And I love that. And Sally's going to talk to you about why in-person parties are so much more important for your business, and that is how you're going to build your community of people. Ready?
Thank you, Brittany. I love that. Okay, this picture up here. This is my first ever selfie. I took this picture almost 2 years ago because I got this dress, the Amelia. Anyone else have an Amelia?
Ow!
Fell in love with that dress. I had a closet full of clothes that just weren't right for me anymore, didn't feel good in me anymore, didn't know what to wear. Kind of like Forever 21, was not gonna cut it anymore. I got this dress and I felt beautiful. I have some friends here that noticed that I wore it to like 5 weddings in a row. They were like, oh, you got that dress on again. I'm like, dude, it's so good. So good on me. But what I want you to see here is confidence, because I didn't have that for a long, long time. I got this dress and I put it on, and for the first time since I had my daughter, I felt beautiful again. When you do in-home pop-up boutiques, you get to experience this. You get to see these ladies' faces come out of dressing rooms, and you get to witness them feeling beautiful, and sometimes it's for the first time in a really long time. Okay, we're talking about how to structure a pop-up boutique here today.
Pull out your pens and papers.
Lots of pens and papers. Deanne has challenged us to get back to basics, and I am so thrilled about that, because that is how I started. When I started, we did not have online. It started to evolve. I started to get stressed out. That's not what I do. I do my pop-up boutiques. That's how I built my team. That's how I built my clients, and that's always been what has worked for me. And when she encouraged that and promoted the back to basics, I was like, yes! So here's what I want to give you today. These are the things that you need to start your business. You need the 72-hour game plan. You need racks, hangers, and your clothes. And I know some of you, the clothes is an issue right now. You need to get those. However, I do not want anyone to get overwhelmed or bombarded with things that you think you need. I bought my Dymo printer 2 weeks ago, okay? And I've done this for 2 years. The list can get a little bit overwhelming, and it needs to be kept simple. Those are the things that you need. 3 to 5 pop-ups per week. That's what Deanne wants us to aim for. I do 3 to 5 pop-ups per week. I do them on the weekend. I leave my car loaded, so if I need to take my daughter somewhere, I can take the IKEA bags out of the car seat, because the car seat stays, and move them, and she is like kind of nestled in there with the clothes and then her. We make it work. My car's loaded the whole time, and doing those every weekend, I can make a lot of money. Are they all good? No, but they're all great, because it all adds up to be an amazing income for me. Be yourself. When you go to these pop-ups, be a light for these ladies that are going to come in to shop with you. Make their experience incredible, so that they walk away knowing that a LuLaRoe pop-up was the best thing that they ever went to. Talk to them. Prepare your hostess. That's where Brittany's going to come in today, and she's going to give you guys some fabulous tips on doing just that. My next point, create the environment at a LuLaRoe pop-up boutique. How many of you can say a LuLaRoe pop-up is the best party you've ever been to? Yay! This is no Tupperware party, ladies. This is a boutique in your friends' living rooms. When people walk in, it's overwhelming, and it's incredible that for the first time, you're walking into this place and you see all these beautiful pieces that you can take home with you that day. That's fun. That's amazing. Create that environment. Greet these people as soon as they come in. And I like to call this a little elevator speech, because we don't really have presentations in LuLaRoe. I like to give them a little bit of basics right when they come in, introduce myself, handshake, talk to them. Just let them know that in my boutique, I have clothes for all women. LuLaRoe is for all women. We are all ages, all sizes, and all seasons of life. And I have something in here, or several things, that you are going to feel beautiful in. Have fun shopping, and let me know if you need any help. That's it. So pressure is off of them, that they think I'm going to like follow them around and stalk them with clothes. I'm not going to. I give them that little speech. If they want me to follow them around, I'm there for them. Be creative with your pop-up boutiques. There's a lot of different things you can do to get people involved. In the beginning, I used to do a card, the Rock That Body card that I passed out, and it had all the styles that I carried, and if they tried on one of every style, they got 5 to 10% off of their purchase. You can do different things like that, especially to get people in the clothes and trying on the pieces. Be creative that way. Think like a retailer. Anyone on the Tuesday home office calls here Patrick ever say this? He says it a lot. And it's so true. You are a retailer. You own your own boutique. Know the value of the brand. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a background on the value. So a year and a half ago, February of 2015, we were in Dallas for the Inspire Tour, and we were in the Embassy Suites hotel conference room, and there were probably 50 of us there, okay? A year and a half ago. Mark and Deanne just sitting in there waiting on us to show up, and here we are today. Value. We have a good product, guys. A year and a half later, this is the growth. This is how much we know women love LuLaRoe. Know the value of your brand. Know that you have something to offer that's incredible. You need to be confident in that. Give visuals to your shoppers when they come out of the fitting rooms. So sometimes ladies come in, they're like, I only wear black and gray, and I'm trying on this butterfly dress with unicorns and rainbows all over it too. Give them an idea of something that they already have in their closet to wear with that. Denim jackets, people love that. Wear your jean jacket with it. Wear your denim vest with it. You have some little booties, you have some flats. Give them visuals on ways that they can wear their new LuLaRoe. Next, the less you have posted, the better. Now, I know some will disagree with this on me, but when I first started, Deanne said, don't post your prices and don't post your sizes. So I don't. I use that as an opportunity for me to talk to the people that come in the door to shop, okay? I don't want anyone walking in and seeing something that's $35, I'm gonna go grab that so I can just sneak out real quick. I want them to try on the clothes, see what they love, and make their decisions based on that. I do not post sizes. My quote with LuLaRoe is you never marry your size in LuLaRoe. If you like a print, you try it on. If you're an extra small and you want to try a 2XL Julia on, try it on. We can make it work. So, never marry your size in LuLaRoe. Upsell. Don't ever let anyone go to the dressing room with a Cassie skirt only. You have lots of other things they need to be taken back there with them when they go try it on. We have new shirts. We've got Joy, we've got Sarah, we have lots of things where you can create a whole entire outfit. Make connections. This is possibly one of the most important things you can do at a pop-up. Each guest that walks in there, whether there are 5 guests or whether there are 50 guests, those people that come in are a potential customer, a potential hostess, or a potential team member for you. You have no idea the connection that you can make from that pop-up. Talk about how their purchase could be free. When they're checking out at the register stand, say, you know, a lot of my hostesses sometimes get $300 to $400 in free pieces. You need to host a pop-up for me. You could have easily gotten this for free. I have these dates left, which one do you want? Like they've said today, created that urgency. Always get their information, don't just give yours. I have a sheet right next to my register where they check out, and I have them list their name, address, and phone number. Guess how far a handwritten thank you note goes these days? After you've met someone at a pop-up, not just your hostess, but someone that's shopping with you, you mail them a thank you card in the mail, and you have a forever customer. Those little things like that, make those connections. My last point, and it's Brittany's turn. Have fun, you guys. This business is fun. That's all there is to it. When I have done like my VIP sales and stuff, me being at home and shipping and invoicing and having to tell my daughter that I'm working in the office and she needs to give me 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it turns into an hour, that doesn't fuel me. That's not what I want to do. I want to have her taken care of. I want to go into these homes. I want to gather with these women. I want to introduce them to this very valuable brand, and I want to leave and come home and be present. That's what I'm here for. Get back to your why. On the days when you've not had a great pop-up and you're not having a good week or a good month, go back to why did you do this in the first place? It will fuel you and it will get you through those times. No pop-up boutique is a waste. Like I said, those ones that have 2 people there, those are potential customers, hostesses, or team members for you. You never walk away from a pop-up thinking that it's a waste. They're all valuable and they're all beneficial to your business. Brittany's gonna share a quick story about a pop-up that she had.
Oh yeah, so I had a team member in Houston that signed up at the beginning of last year and she was having a really rough time getting started, not for lack of trying, well actually for a little bit lack of trying, she was scared. She felt like she couldn't get out there and that she was more scared of failure than of even anything else. And so I flew out to Houston last May, and I was out there for a week, and the week leading up to it, we knocked on all the doors in her neighborhood, we joined the Facebook groups of her neighboring communities, we handed out leggings, we did all this crazy stuff, and she had a relaunch that Saturday. Of all the people that showed up, she had about 25 or 30. She only knew about 3 of them. All the other people were from the leggings we had passed out, the business cards, the flyers we had left, the connections we made at the gas station, and she was blown away. One lady came in at the very end, and she came in, I introduced myself, I was like, yes, this has been an amazing turnout. Hi, I'm Brittany. I want you to try on this dress. No, she shut me down. Like, for real shut down, I almost cried in the corner. And she was there just for her daughter. She wanted to get clothes for her daughter for the following school year. And so I was like, oh, that's fine. I'm not a person that puts pressure on. I'm not a salesman. You do your thing and I'll help your daughter. So we had her daughter try on amazing things, and she found some awesome stuff. And then right at the end, I looked over at a 3X Anna dress, and I said, I've never seen anyone put on a 3X Anna. Could you do me a favor for this? This is my, I do this for a living. I would like to see what it looks like on a real person. I think you would be beautiful. Will you do this for me? I think she got tired of me asking, and she just put it on. She was in the bathroom 15 minutes. I was a little worried about what was happening in the bathroom. She came out, and tears were streaming down her face. And she said she had never felt more beautiful in her life. She hadn't bought clothes in years, and she thanked me for forcing her into that bathroom. She bought 3 Anna dresses. On the way out, I asked her to try on a Monroe, and I thought she was gonna nail me to the wall. But she tried it on, and she wore it home. She texted me that night and said her husband was blown away by the confidence she was exuding when she walked through the door. She wore it to church the next day, got a million compliments, and she became a consultant last October. She cruise qualified, did over $25,000 in sales. October, November, December. She was on the cruise with us this year along with her husband, and I was amazed. You never know the connections you can make by being in person. Can you make connections online? Absolutely, but nothing like you can do in person. Seeing the light in someone's eyes when they try something on and changing someone's marriage, someone's view of themselves, how they interact with their kids, it's life-changing, and you do that in person. So that's my rant. Go to the next slide. I'm going to talk about hostess prep. So it's okay to tell your hostess that you're going to partner with her for this event. Let's be real. Without hostesses, we have no business, right? We need them to survive. Picture yourself right now and try to imagine if you had 50 business cards and you handed them out to 50 random people and you said, come to my house. I have amazing clothes. I'll help you try something on and feel beautiful. You might get a couple people, but not a lot. Now imagine yourself passing out 50 business cards to people that you were born and raised with, that you work with, to family, to your mom, to your aunts, all these people. And you said, will you come to my house? I would love for you to come support me and my friends. I think you'll find some amazing things. I would venture to say that almost all 50 would come, if you put it that way, if you ask them to come for yourself. That is what your hostess is doing. She's extremely important to your business, and you need to invest in her. You need to believe in her and tell her that she can do this. Most hostesses are scared that they're going to have a party and they're going to have a no-show. So if you can help them give over that hump, you can make a great bond. So it's okay to tell her, I need you to help my business, and you need me to help get free clothes. We're going to partner together. We can do this together. We can work as a team. Connect with your hostess. Build a relationship with her. As soon as she books that party, friend her on Facebook. Post on her wall, I am so excited to come to your house in a couple weeks with all my clothes. Girl, we're gonna party. You're bringing the tacos, right? Just do whatever you can, connect with her. A lot of times I'll get a new box in and I'll pull an item out and I'll take a picture and I'll send it to her and be like, oh my gosh, I just found this and I think you look amazing in it. What if you get this for free that night? I can hold it for you. I'm constantly thinking about her, building her confidence in her skills at bringing people to her home, and she tries harder, and she's really excited about it. And that's good, we're helping each other. You can even post, you can post on her wall how excited you are for her. A lot of times, now this is not necessary, but I've found, and you'll find, everyone does the business differently. Your entire goal with your hostess is to connect with her and to inspire her to make her party amazing. However you do that and works, do it. This is what works for me. I do hostess swag bags. And I got this idea from Katie May, and it's amazing. So I get these little organza bags, and I include 30 printed invitations. I even give her a Sharpie, so she has no excuses to write out her invitations. I give her business cards for people that can't make it to the party, so they still have my information. And I always include a little fun thing. So I'll do like little bags. I do little bags of glitter, I do chapsticks, I do antibacterial little hand sanitizers, whatever it is. Sometimes it's just fun dip. Whatever you can do, you can get in bulk. I lay them out at my parties, and when girls come up, they're like, how do I get one of those? What is that? And I book a lot of parties that way, and I invest in my hostess. Those bags cost me about $15 because I do include a voucher for a free pair of leggings just for booking. She gets it on the night of her party, not when she books. And I'm willing to invest $15 into my hostess, because even if I sell one item, it's worth it. If I don't sell an item and I make a friend and we just connect on Facebook, it was worth it. So I really believe in hostess bags. I believe in exciting her and inspiring her for a great event. Always create a Facebook event. So printed invitations are amazing, and they should be what you do primarily. But Facebook events are amazing because an hour before your party starts, or even the day before, people get a notification on their phone. And so it's really easy. You all know, what do you have planned tomorrow? Could you squeeze in 20 minutes at someone's house if you get a reminder today? Absolutely. So make sure and create a Facebook event. I used to always post myself, all my styles, my wine, pictures of my kids, like I was posting all kinds of stuff in these Facebook events. And I wasn't getting any response. Well, think about it. If someone you didn't know started telling you all this random stuff, you would just kind of glaze through it. You see all kinds of stuff on Facebook. You don't have credibility with your hostesses invitees, if I said that right. But she does. So yeah, post your styles. I carry the Amelia. But have her go in and say, hey, you know, Jessica, I think you would look really great in the Amelia. I think it would really flatter your waistline. Have her tag her friends and things that you post. Have her post pictures of herself in her LuLaRoe. She has more credibility with your future clientele than you do, and she can build you up. So make sure she's working for that. If she doesn't have LuLaRoe yet, don't be afraid to drop some off at her house. If she's far away, ship some to her. Tell her, you know what, you can get this stuff for free, leave the tags on, I'll get it back when I see you, whatever. I just need you to post pictures in it. I like to give my hostess incentives. A lot of times, I get a lot of people coming to my parties, and I get overwhelmed with trying to be the fashion consultant, be the cashier, being the friendly person when they walk through the door. So I like to encourage her to help work with me. So I'll tell her for every party you book tonight, you and your friend both get a pair of leggings the night of her party. So then she's actually going out trying to book the parties. I tell her, how many pieces do you want for free? And most times they say, oh, 1 or 2. No, tell her, you know, we're gonna get you 4 free items tonight. And if you hit that goal, I'll give you an extra item just because. Be generous with her. Help her feel like she can do that. Figure out what motivates her. If a pair of leggings doesn't motivate her to book parties, then tell her it's an Irma, or you're going to give her a little bit of store credit, or whatever it is. Figure out what motivates that person individually. This is not rocket science. It's not science in general. Every person is different. This is a relationship business, so it's your job as a fashion consultant to make that connection. Creating urgency at parties. I like to give early bird specials, and it's a little selfish, but I started having parties, and I had a lot of people coming in at the end of my party. And so I was there for like an extra hour, and then the hostess had to pick out her stuff, and then I had to pack up, and by the time I got home, my kids were in bed. And I missed out on something really special. And so me and my husband thought up early bird specials. And I'm sure other people do them, we're not the creators, but we were really excited that we started implementing them. So we told them, if you come within the first 30 minutes and you purchase, I'll give you $3 off your total. I don't discount pieces because I don't devalue the brand that way, but I do give them dollars off their total as incentive for coming early. And the big thing with that is, if everyone comes at once, there's more urgency. People are like, oh, she picked up that dress I just looked at, I better go get it. So try to get everyone there as soon as you can. I also like to do fun things. If you have a dry party that people really aren't trying on, that's a great opportunity for you to upsell. That's where you say, okay, for every person, or for every style I have, if you try it on and show it to me, you get $5 off your total, $3 off your total. It doesn't have to be much. We're women, we all want a bargain. You figure out what works for you, and you give them a little bit of incentive, and when everyone starts trying on and they come out, you sell amazing amounts of clothing. I was gonna say money, but clothing. I like to send out photo reminders for the day of the event also. Like I'll wake up that morning and I'll find like a little thing that says, show this picture to me and be entered to win a free pair of leggings. And I send it to the hostess and she sends it to all the invitees and they have to show it to me the night of the party. So there's lots of tips and tricks, and this is what works for me. Are you gonna find new things that maybe even work better? Absolutely. But the number one thing you have to remember is, if your hostess feels special, if she feels inspired, you're gonna have an amazing party. So go out there, get creative, work hard, and it's gonna be an amazing, amazing in-person party for you. So I think that's it. We're gonna invite Michelle out here to start the Q&A with all of the coaches. Thank you guys.
All right, guys, so this is your chance to ask questions. So we're going to send Ashley and Kendra out. And so please just raise your hand, make yourself known, and direct questions to whoever you want.
Let's go ahead and have the mentors up on stage too. So Kim